Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
For those of you, for the people that don't know you, who are, tell them who you are.
I'm Faizel Suleman. I'm the president of the Islamic Medical Association, as well as the chairperson of SAMNET, the South African Muslim Network.
I mean, he's actually Dr. Faizel Suleman, alhamdulillah. And the event today, what do you think of the turnout, the Durban crowd, and all encompassing? What did you take back from Sami Hamdi himself?
Alhamdulillah, Durban is generally a conservative town, not very political in terms of many of our masajid, etc., unfortunately. But alhamdulillah, I think it was a full house, and that shows still the interest that people have. In terms of, I think it's people have, perhaps most of people here have followed Sami on some of his podcasts, for a sort of analysis outside the mainstream media of what happens in the Middle East. In terms of the takeaway, I think towards the end of his talk, Sami spoke about two apps that are very crucial, and I think looking at SAMNET, we've been for many years now trying to teach people how to tweet, how to go onto social media, how to get our ladies at home, men at home, huge unemployment, people sitting at home, just to spend an hour a day on social media activism. And Sami referred to two apps which are doing the work for you. One of what he referred to, we often find at SAMNET in people saying, but I don't know, I don't have the content, I don't know what to say, I'm ignorant about the history of Palestine. Well, they've created this app, I think Words of Justice, that people should go and look at. And I think, everybody can be an activist. I think a lot of what is going on in the world, other than the violent part of it and the killings, is the battle for hearts and minds. And I think that is where the Israelis have succeeded, and we have fallen short. And I think that is one of the main things I think he's alluding to as well, is that we can do so much more in terms of the battle of hearts and minds of our public here in South Africa. Unfortunately, as someone who monitors the media, we've seen the Israeli propaganda influence, a large number of black African people who were in the past 100% behind Palestine, whether it's financial incentives, taking tours to Israel, bursaries, and just general propaganda in mainstream media. People are starting to buy the Israeli narrative, and I think it is extremely important that we learn these social media tools, and from the comfort of your home, an hour a day, getting young people, your young students, housewives, men who are at home, students, holidays in the evenings, just to get into the concept of activism. Praying, alhamdulillah, is first, second, third, fourth. We have to pray, we have to donate, but not only donate towards relief. I think Sami spoke about putting funds together to get IT experts and pay people in these fields to put together apps, to put together resources that can make it easy to be a social media activist. And most importantly, though, there has to be a willingness in the home. There has to be discussions in the home, not just only about football and business and money and gossip, etc. There has to be, from the dinner table, you have to start to inspire that our religion, I mean, Sami alluded to it quite a few, he gave some good examples of how ours is a religion of striving for justice. I don't know the exact wording, but what it says is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala could tolerate a kufr state that is just more than he could tolerate an Islamic state that is unjust. And I'm sure there's better ways of putting it, but that's the crux of it. And we in this country, having come from the history of apartheid, who were activists at one stage, have become very complacent. We moan and groan on social media and on WhatsApp groups and on dinner tables or social media groups, but we're not taking the activism part of our Islam. I think we've confined ourselves to dua and maybe donating money for relief. It has to go much deeper than that. And I think that is the crux of Sami's message. Your home can be a source of activism, your business, your paddle group, your soccer group, talking about it and getting young people and everybody. Sami gave an example of a 75-year-old person, blue-collar worker using social media, and I think that is what we'd like to see.
Inshallah. Jazakallah so much.